Babe, found my chopsticks. Just go ahead and have a seat here. What kind of roll did you get, babe?
The Itchabang roll.
Itchabang.
Oh.
You drop your Itchabang. And bang goes the dynamite. I'm going to have myself a spicy California. Need some more soy sauce. Babe, what food do you like more than sushi? Is there a food you like more than sushi?
Yeah.
What?
Italian.
Like pizza? Spaghetti?
Spaghetti.
Nice. Alright, I'm going to try another one. This is the Philadelphia roll.
What's in a Philadelphia roll?
Philadelphia roll has smoked salmon and cream cheese. Oh! Hello there. How are you today? It's so good to see you. Today's Friday, May 8th, and I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Hamilton Reads. I'm your host, Mr. Hamilton. Here's Marvin, a little bit out of the shot. And this is Summer, my girlfriend. She's a teacher at Reynolds Middle School in Lancaster City School District. She teaches English and language arts, which is pretty cool. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and set my chopsticks down, even though my sushi's amazing. We got sushi from Jin Maya today, and it's really, really good. I highly recommend it if you guys like sushi at all. I highly recommend it. So anyway, today we're going to go ahead and get to chapter 7 and chapter 8. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do chapter 7 and chapter 8 today. I'm sorry. So chapter 7 is called We'll Never Let Him Go. At 6 o'clock in the evening, Bean switched off the motor of his tractor and climbed down from the driver's seat. Bunce did the same. Both men had had enough. They were tired and stiff from driving the tractors all day. They were also hungry. Slowly they walked over to the small fox's hole in the bottom of the huge crater. Bean's face was purple with rage. Bunce was cursing the fox with dirty words that cannot be printed. Bogus came waddling up. "Dang him, blast that filthy, stinking fox," he said. "What the heck do we do now?" "Well, I'll tell you what we don't do," Bean said. "We don't let him go." "Well, we'll never let him go," Bunce declared. "Never, never, never," cried Bogus. "Did you hear that, Mr. Fox?" yelled Bean, bending low and shouting down the hole. "It's not over yet, Mr. Fox. We're not going home till we've strung you up dead as a dingbat." Whereupon the three men all shook hands with one another and swore a solemn oath that they would not go back to their farms until the fox was caught. "Chill out, my homie." "What's the next move?" asked Bunce.
Marvin.
The pot-bellied dwarf said. We're sending you down the hole to fetch him up," said Bean. "Down you go, you miserable little man." "Oh, not me," screamed Bunce, running away. Bean made a sickly smile. When he smiled, you saw his scarlet gums. You saw more gums than teeth. "Well, then there's only one thing to do," he said. "We starve him out. We camp here day and night watching the hole. He'll come out in the end. He'll have to." So Bogus and Bunce and Bean sent messages down to their farms asking for tents, sleeping bags, and supper. Chapter 8 is called The Foxes Begin to Starve. That evening, 3 tents were put up in the crater on the hill. One for Bogus, one for Bunce, and one for Bean. The tents surrounded Mr. Fox's hole, and the 3 farmers sat outside their tents, eating their supper. Bogus had 3 boiled chickens smothered in dumplings. Bunce had 6 donuts filled with disgusting goose liver paste. And Bean had 2 gallons of cider. All 3 of them kept their guns beside them. Bogus picked up a steaming chicken and held it out close to the fox's hole. "Can you smell that, Mr. Fox?" he shouted. "Lovely, tender chicken. Why don't you come up and get it?" The rich scent of chicken wafted down the tunnel to where the foxes were crouching. "Oh, Dad," said one of the small foxes, "couldn't we just sneak up and snatch it out of his hand?" "Oh, don't you dare," said Mrs. Fox. "That's just what they want you to do."
"Oh, but we're so hungry," they cried. "How long will it be till we get something to eat?" Their mother didn't answer them, nor did their father. There was no answer to give. As darkness fell, Bunsen Bean switched on the powerful headlamps of the 2 tractors and shone them onto the hole. "Now," said Bean, we'll take it in turn to keep watch. 1 watches while 2 sleep, and so on, all through the night." Bogus said, "What if the fox digs a hole right through the hill and comes out on the other side? You didn't think of that one, did you?" "Well, of course I did," said Bean, pretending he had. "Go on then, tell us the answer," said Bogus. Bean picked something small and black out of his ear and flicked it away. "How many men have you got working on your farm?" he asked. 35, Bogus said. "Well, I've got 36, Bunce said. "And I've got 37, Bean said. "That makes 108 men altogether. We must order them to surround the hill. Each man will have a gun and a flashlight. There will be no escape then for Mr. Fox." So the order went down to the farms, and that night 108 men formed a tight ring around the bottom of the hill. They were armed with sticks and guns and hatchets and pistols and all sorts of other horrible weapons. This made it quite impossible for a fox or indeed any other animal to escape from the hill. The next day the watching and waiting went on. Bogus and Bunce and Bean sat upon small stools staring at the fox's hole. They didn't talk much. They sat there with their guns on their laps. Every so often Mr. Fox would creep a little closer towards the mouth of the tunnel and take a sniff. Then he would creep back again and say, "They're still there." "Are you quite sure?" Mrs. Fox would ask. "I'm positive," said Mr. Fox. "I can smell that man Bean a mile away. He stinks." That's the end of the chapter. That's where we're going to stop today. That's where we're going to pick up on Monday, which will be May 11th. Monday, May 11th. Sorry, I'm losing track of days like crazy. I feel like I lose track of days every other episode, and I can't help it. I apologize. So today, for our sock and our shirt segment, I have another repeat that we've done before, but they are unique. They are matching, so they're pretty cool. I'll show them off to you very quickly. So I have my very special flamingo socks on, full of flamingos, and then I got a very special flamingo shirt on. I don't know if you can see those flamingos, but those are some flamingos. So, some flamingo socks, some flamingos on my shirt. That's super cool. So, for my shout-outs today, I'd like to shout out some unusual shout-outs, actually. I've never thought in my life that I would shout out Walmart. But, in this pandemic, it is the only place where I can go and get fishing supplies. So I go and I get fishing supplies, and tonight I was able to get fishing supplies on top of some paper towels, some water bottles, some disinfectant spray, and so it was kind of my one-stop shop tonight, and I never thought I'd be so grateful to have Walmart open. I love Target, but Target just doesn't have the fishing supplies that I need. So shout out to Walmart. Wow, shocker. Also shout out to Gin Maya. That's where we got our sushi tonight. It's great. I got a spicy California roll, which has some like crab meat, some avocado, and some spicy sauce. My Philadelphia roll has smoked salmon and cream cheese. And then I got a shrimp tempura roll, which is this really good shrimp. It's like fried shrimp battered in almost like this coconut type breading. And it's then wrapped in some rolls. It's really, really good. And then these are something else that we really like. These are called crab rangoons. And I'll take a little bite of my crab rangoons. The real ones out there know. Crab rangoons. That's the stuff. So, whoever made crab rangoons, the inventor of crab rangoons, maybe it was like Andrew Rangoon.
I don't think so.
Who do you think invented it?
Not Andrew Rangoon.
Okay, so then not shout out to
Should
Andrew
we read
Rangoon.
a fortune?
Yeah, let's read a fortune.
Okay. I'll read the one that I opened. You read the other one that I opened.
All right, I'll read this one. This one will be mine. That one will be yours.
Okay, success is failure turned inside out.
Success is failure turned inside out. Okay. My fortune is your winsome smile will be your sure protection.
What does that mean?
I think it just means I need to never stop smiling, and I'll just be protected.
Good
You
thing
think if I keep smiling, I'll be protected from the coronavirus?
I'm just thinking good thing you have Crest white strips.
Dang, she's coming at my teeth. Coming at my teeth! She is the one who originally bought me my Crest white strips since my little brown guys in my mouth.
You
are
can't
getting
have
a little-
corn teeth.
Corn teeth? Oh my gosh, corn teeth during quarantine. Alright, that's enough. Thank you for stopping by for another episode of Hamilton Reads. Stay tuned. On Monday, we will read chapter 9 and chapter
Wait,
10.
can I give a shout out?
Yeah, give a shout out.
Shout out to all the moms out there and happy Mother's Day from me, Summer.
Yes, how can I forget that? Shout out to all the mothers out there. Shout out to Summer, she's a mother. Her daughter's Izzy. You guys have met Izzy multiple times. Shout out to my mom, she's an amazing mother. Shout out to my grandmothers. Both of my grandmothers are very loving women, and I love you guys very much. Shout out to all the mothers out there, especially those of you who are doing a kick butt job at mothering. So, anyway, take it easy, enjoy your weekend, and I will catch up with you guys on Monday.